biggest day in crypto. There is a big catalyst coming up that I believe is going to propel Ethereum to $1,000 and beyond by the end of this year. And I think considering really just how fast everything is moving with decentralized finance right now, and really all the forces pushing Ethereum higher, $1,000 seems more and more certain by the day. I mean, seriously, it's only a little more than 2x in price from here, only a casual $55 billion in extra market cap to get to that goal. I also have some great Chainlink updates for you, covering the steady conquest of Chainlink across crypto land and the latest on DeFi food memes that are making everyone ridiculously rich. A big thank you to Blockfi for sponsoring today's episode. If you want to earn a safe and easy passive income with your cryptocurrency, then you need to check out Blockfi. You can earn 6% on your Bitcoin, 4.5% on your Ethereum, 5% on your Litecoin, and 8.6% on dollars like USDC. You can even set your dollar interest to be paid out in Bitcoin, making a really nice way to stack sats with your dollar holdings. You can even use Blockfi to take a cash loan versus your cryptocurrency instead of actually needing to go out and sell your portfolio and lose your cryptocurrencies. So if you're needing cash in a flash, it's a great option for you. There's a link down below in the description where you can learn more about Blockfi and get signed up for their services. Okay, now let's dive into the news. Chainlink has 3 new exciting integrations this week that I want to mention. The first is with the Bitcoin sidechain Rootstock. Now this is going to enable developers on the smart contract enabled sidechain for Bitcoin to be able to tap into market price feeds and other off-chain data to build their applications, focused of course on Bitcoin and building around Bitcoin. It's definitely a step in the right direction for Rootstock, so very cool to see it happening. The second bit of Chainlink news is that the DeFi giant Synthetics will now be using Chainlink to power all of their price feeds on the Synthetics exchange. This means that it is moving away from the other more centralized oracles that it has been using and really just doubling down on its relationship with Chainlink. Now, I think this is actually really good for Synthetics in terms of decentralization and really for them just is a doubling down on the decentralization of the platform. And it also really underlines just how good Chainlink's oracles are. Why use others when you can use Chainlink? And the final bit of Chainlink news is that Oasis Labs has added Chainlink's oracles to help them achieve their vision of rolling out privacy on DeFi. Honestly, I'm really happy to see Oasis Labs taking trusted data so seriously at such an early stage in their project and partnering with Chainlink. Private DeFi applications, they are going to be a big deal and are really going to be a big step towards onboarding more of those big money players from the institutional world who can then come in and use DeFi without exposing their company secrets or what their company is doing to other companies. And of course, it'll also be good for retail adoption. Definitely keep an eye out for Oasis Labs, and great to see them partnering up with Chainlink. Next in the news, Sushi is the new hot craze in DeFi land. Now, Sushi is basically Uniswap, but with yield farming, but it actually goes way beyond that because it's actually a clone of Uniswap, and it's doing what is called a vampire attack, essentially sucking liquidity away from Uniswap. 86% of total liquidity in the 13 biggest Uniswap pools currently are being staked in SushiSwap. That's insane. And of course, they're rewarding liquidity providers with the Sushi token, which in addition to governance rights, will reward holders with fees paid to the platform. This is a big deal. Sushi has gone from simply not existing to like a $300 million plus market cap and like $2 billion or something locked in total value in under a week. It's absolutely insane. There is zero loyalty in DeFi except to profits, as it should be, to be honest. But it is a big warning to platforms. You need to deliver the goods and keep delivering the goods because people will drop you in a second. We're already seeing sushi clones coming out too. Literally something called kimchi launched today. It's not a joke, that really happened. There's almost no barriers to entry right now aside from the technical knowledge needed to copy and deploy the open source code from another project. The DeFi wars, they are just beginning, and liquidity is going to be key. It's going to be dirty, and insane amounts of money are going to be made, and insane amounts of money are going to be lost. It's going to be exit scams, there's going to be faulty code. There's going to be protocols that build on top of each other and attack each other. It's just, it's crazy. It's crazy. But at the same time, it's a glorious process of just gritty innovation, and it's very, very exciting. But it's also a reminder, of course, that many of these protocols, they will be forgotten about in a few weeks' time. Some of them are already forgotten about. That's how quickly we're moving right now, because they're not going to deliver. And, you know, the whales, they're just going to move on to the next pasture, and this is definitely a whale game right now. But there is money to be made in the middle, so always make sure to take those profits if you are playing this game. Also, just for clarity, the ICO boom, you know, it lasted for about a year and a half. DeFi, we're only a few months in. This is going to be crazy. Now, the DeFi craze is also equated into insane Ethereum fees. It now costed something like $30 just to make a simple trade on Uniswap, which is totally loco. And to do a more complex interaction, like using Zapper to get into a DeFi position, $150. Ethereum, you're drunk, buddy. Go home. Go home. Seriously, you're ridiculous. Cut it out. But seriously, WTF, this is crazy. Three things are very obvious with this simple reality. First, there currently exists a massive opportunity for competitor blockchains to step up their game and to start to steal market share. The majority of the market is priced out of the DeFi trend happening on Ethereum right now because of the insane gas fees. This is not going to get better anytime soon. So you have players like Polkadot. They have that big opportunity right now to step up to the plate and just hit that home run and get some market share. The second thing is that layer 2 solutions could be the next big thing to make some serious price moves in the Ethereum ecosystem. The need is incredibly obvious. We have players like XDAI and OMG. They have a very big opportunity right here, but I actually think that Matic is probably the furthest ahead in terms of actually building a DeFi ecosystem. If they can move fast and if they can get it right, then DeFi could quickly move into layer 2, allowing for a lot more people to participate. We even see players like Tether working to reduce congestion by implementing layer 2 scaling solutions. Now in Tether's case, they're actually looking at ZK rollups and implementing that, but they've also been obviously integrating with different blockchains and with OMG as well to bring layer 2 solutions again to Ethereum. We're going to see more of this happening because in spite of Ethereum's insane fees, everybody wants to use Ethereum. It is the cool kid in town. Now it is up to the builders to make using Ethereum more accessible to non-whale accounts, which leads me on to the third point. Ethereum is absolutely becoming a whale game. If you want to play in DeFi, you got to be spending that money. You might be spending $1,000 or more a day in transaction fees going in and out of these different DeFi protocols, meaning that you need much more than that to be able to play profitably. $100,000 might be the minimum buy-in for some of these platforms. Even if you're not chasing the latest trend and just sticking with the safer bets like zapping into YFI, then you still need to pay that $150 gas fee. Thus, you probably need at least $5,000, maybe $10,000 to make it worth your while. You can always just buy the DeFi coins on Uniswap, of course, but that's if only farming is out of reach to you. And it does mean that if you are buying these, then you are buying what the whale farmed for free and is now selling to you. Now, you may think that all this is bad for Ethereum, but I don't think so. What it really means is that people like Ethereum and they're using it like crazy, but it has become the playground of whales, and the whales are making an absolute killing right now. 1 million more Ethereum, actually a little more than 1 million, was just locked into DeFi in just the last few days. That's an increase of about 20%, and that's just based on the current DeFi yield trends. By the way, That means that about 5% of all Ethereum is now locked up in DeFi. But the big news for Ethereum is that the YETH vaults are launching soon. Actually, technically they're live right now, but there's no user interface, so it's not easily accessible to most people. Now, the YETH vaults, these are going to be a massive catalyst for Ethereum's price. In fact, I believe it will be so significant that it will push Ethereum to $1,000 by the end of the year. This is basically automating making crazy amounts of money with your Ethereum holdings. And while the current state of the network may have priced out smaller users, the demand from the power players to make themselves even richer with Ethereum, it has never been higher, which is going to start pushing up the price and potentially causing a liquidity crisis for ETH. They don't care if the fees are high, the whales, because they're making thousands of dollars a day yield farming. Why would they care if the fee's $150? It's just the cost of doing business. Anyway, Yearn Finance's core products, they're the vaults. So basically they're seeking out the best returns for yield farmers while also pooling funds to reduce gas fees. So you may not earn the insane sick rewards you might by going all in on sushi or something like that. But it does mean that you just need to deposit Ethereum into Yearn, and then they basically do the work for you, finding the best yields, which is pretty damn awesome. The simplicity of the product, combined with the insane hype around Yearn right now, really just more in general, I think is going to drive a lot of demand for Ethereum. This is probably the biggest short-term price catalyst for Ethereum right now. I know this is just like another catalyst on top of the mountain of other catalysts, ETH 2.0 and staking and enterprise and all that other stuff, but this is a big one, without a doubt. The likelihood, I believe, is that by the end of the year, we could see 10 to 15% of the total supply of Ethereum locked up in DeFi. That might happen even sooner. Much of this demand, it will be new money buying Ether and plowing it into DeFi, chasing those insane returns. The potential rewards, they're just too tempting to resist. Even if it is more and more becoming the domain of whales, there's a lot of whales out there. Now, if you can't afford the extreme gas fees playing the DeFi game, then here's the really simple play. Buy and hold Ethereum. That's it. The Ethereum rocket is going to the frickin' moon, man. I'm telling you, watch out for this. Anyway, those are just my two gwei for the day. What do you think? Will the DeFi craze push Ethereum over $1,000 by the end of the year, or will the high fees start to weigh down on the network and be a barrier to higher prices? Let me know your opinion down below in the comment section. Thanks for watching today's video. Hope you're having a freaking awesome day out there wherever you are and whatever and whoever you're doing. Long live the blockchain, and peace out till next time.